for the pieces that you know follow in sequence. So that's almost reminiscent of theater.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. So you're kind of mixing a little bit more theatrical aspect to everything.
Yeah, that's crazy because people could attend every one of your concerts and yet be standing next to you at Kmart for like an hour and a half in line and never knew that you were the conductor because they only saw the back of your head.
Well, people never recognize me unless I'm dressed, you know, in my traditional.
Everybody knows you, Steve. Okay. Anyway. So, speaking of making classical music relevant to millennials and like younger people and everything. You mentioned the interactivity. So aside from you actually directly engaging with the audience and everything like that, the type of interactivity, we see that like throughout all genres of music and everything like that. There's very visual components. Like a lot of time you'll have like, you know, lyrics or music on screen and everything. How are you incorporating that into your work, not just for this this concert, but other things?
The main thing like we're trying to do now, I mean, it's hard to do projections and stuff like that. You know, sometimes we do that for some of the concerts. But in this case, we're trying to choose pieces that are very, very well known. Maybe you've heard them before. And so to try to tie that in with the aspect of, you can create a visual image in your mind of the music, and then you kind of think, oh, this is pretty cool. Because I'll talk about stuff and I'll mention where it was used and how it was used and point out things. I have the orchestra demonstrating stuff. You know, I'll have them play a passage and say, listen for this. So that kind of is the way we're trying to connect in that other way too.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Well, I want to pedal back to something you were speaking about a couple moments ago. You were saying almost like an oxymoronic statement because you're dealing with like some lighter classics. And a lot of people who are unfamiliar with this kind of music would say, I don't have a degree in music theory, you know, symphony isn't something I grew up on and everything like that. You know, I may be of the punk movement or hip hop or just like straight up rock. For people coming into classical music and everything like that, what kind of mindset should they bring if they really want to truly appreciate it?
Well, so there's the regular classical stuff. And if you're on TV and you go to the music channels, they have a classical station and then a light classical station. And the light classical stuff is more tuneful, more easy to listen to. If you were to go to a symphony concert with a major orchestra and they were doing a Bruckner symphony, that's an hour and a half long. And you have to really be knowledgeable of the music and prepared to really experience something over a long period of time and just listen to it.
Lots of movements.
Yeah, and stuff like that. But with these shorter pieces that are more tuneful, it's much more easy to approach this stuff. And all music is, you know, based on repetition and contrast. And there's good and bad of everything. There's good and bad punk, hip hop, country, all these forms. And I try to encourage people to come out and check out this style because it's a new style of music for some people. And with these shorter pieces that we're doing, it's much more accessible.
So you can kind of like get like a little bit of the chicken nugget before going for the whole
so
poultry meal.
And these Leroy Anderson pieces, you know, they're 3 minutes a piece, right? So I talk about them and we do it, and you know, and so you can kind of hear different things, and it's kind of cool like that. And Porgy and Bess is one of the great works of the beginning of the 20th century. It's written by George Gershwin, and it kind of incorporates classical and kind of jazz fusion stuff. It's great, great music, and it's got a lot of famous songs. Bess, You Is My Woman Now, I Got Plenty of Nothing, and stuff like that. So I encourage people to come out and check this concert out. It's really, really fun.
Okay, so how can people do so now that their appetite has been properly whetted?
So tickets are available at the door and at Faith Bookstore, and the tickets are $15, general admission $10, students and military, and the concert's at 7 p.m. on Saturday. Same concert Sunday at 3 p.m. at the UOG Fine Arts Theater. All
right, Steve, thanks so much. You're welcome here.
Thank you very much.
Anytime, as you know that. And you know, you've taught us this on this program many, many times. Get into the classics because you'd be surprised to realize how much that music influences the bands you know and love today.
It's true, very, very true.
All right, thanks. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
And we will see you on the flip side of this break.